This is day 1123 of the Arukh HaShulchan. Thanks, Master. We share more of the Arukh HaShulchan. Please come me directly. Be greatly appreciated. They were doing Simon Vav, Sif Dalet through Sif Yud Aleph. Yes, I got a comment on one of the videos that was a bit quick and a bit too much Hebrew. I feel bad, but I'm afraid that at this point into your day, you really have to expect an area, a certain amount of expertise. And these very complex issues. Otherwise, it's going to, I should say, expertise, certain amount of familiarity with the terminology, etc. Because otherwise, these daily shiurim will be much, much longer, and perhaps we will lose whatever we gain in clarity by having the length be exceedingly long. So I'm sorry for anybody who finds these quick or unexplained. They're really meant to be used in conjunction with the Sefer, not as a standalone. Hopefully that way it'll be a little bit more understandable. So today we're doing, as I said, Kuvav, Sif Dalet 2 Yud Aleph. If I didn't say that, I just said it now. Dalet. Before I share Torah Siegel, those who, the commentators on Torah, complain against him because of the Malchus or Ashur Torah who in the Chatichon Nasa Vela, Nafsho Sochto, Chara Milsa. You can't separate the Machlokes, the issue of Hanan from Efsho Sochto. It's two sides same coin. There was two sides came forage, but Simon Toy pays two sides explicitly. That's two sides same coin. I show Kim Mela Kim Lomi and Rishaya Yisurim Chatichon Nasa Vela. So if you don't say Hanan Bashar Yisurim, so male bechrech b'shal sochto mutter. So it comes out automatically. You have to say b'shal sochto is mutter, for that you can squeeze out this. Or hashbasila dicholios chatichon asebel lo minon. The Rashba holds it's very big kiddush that you don't have to say chatichon asebela, and yet nevertheless b'shal sochto also. Nevertheless, you can't squeeze out the prohibition. That's Bach and Risha and Prisha's interpretation. What the interpretation of Rashba. The sugya of the drop of milk it's quite explicit. That's one thing. It says that concerning machlokas of Efshel Sochta, where you can squeeze out the Isser. The Tanai is Motanoim, who maybe Tanai the plea beyond the Chatichon Nasvela. And the Tanai brings down, is arguing this point, are the ones who talk about Chatichon Nasvela. We'll argue about that point. Why the Gemara not distinguished that they're not comparable to each other? Could be and why does the Gemara say that's possible? Even don't say Hanan, nevertheless we don't say you can squeeze out the Isser. It's a crazy place he's tied up. Unless we distinguish. To say the Sham Rinon, Basabachov, that's why Basabachov. Basabachov Chada Milsay, by Basabachov Take, it's one and the same. Hanan and Afshar Sochto also. The came in the Rabasa, we call Rakis Chabrus Kodemesa. So Baskov only the fusion causes there to be a prohibition. So if we don't say Hanan, but say you can squeeze out the Isser. You locate him because otherwise, when you show Chabus, the fusion would remain intact, and as Avela would be an Avela. Similarly, those of Chatir Nasvela by Basbachal, they have to hold that you can't squeeze out those Isser. You locate his Isser, because you can't squeeze out. There's no fusion. But that's very possible. But perhaps the other story, we can say that even though we don't say Chatir Nasvela, you only need 60 cars, which is absorbed. Nevertheless, it's possible to say that also that you can't squeeze out the Isser. Even if Isser remains there, last in the Vela, didn't become the Vela. It's not the fusion which causes the Isser, so therefore you don't have to say that Hanan, even you hold Efshel Sochta Asr. Hey, V'gam Ein L'Shol B'Inyan Zeh Ayikor Milsa. You can't ask on the primary law here. How can you say Hanan and you can't squeeze out the Isser? Then came it's a menuk fela. Let a expert non-Jewish chef taste it. Family the same yesh time Isser and Lav. I'm saying if there's a taste of Isser or not. I understand say Hanan lo shechtima. You can't taste it. Came in the heter not say Isser because the heter is now Asr. So therefore the taste of heter is also an Asr taste. If you don't say that chanan, kosher, it's difficult. Taste it. Number second, Shiva Ramban. Ramban answers the Rashba. According to Rashba, the Kimmish can find an law, even though since it was already answered. Even though a little bit of the Isser has been emitted. Lola Masura, it remains also actually until it completely emits any Isser has. Lodami Ladabra, because we don't know exactly what's going on. Lodami Ladabra Nivla Shemisar Bakula Mikodem Shava B'Shava. It's not similar to something which is mixed. Its entirety previously in equal measure, I guess, where you know how much precisely was Nivla. In brackets it says here, I'm based Yosef Chavas Das. You can have Torah B'Kush Zu Chavas Das toiled mightily in this question. He went in a very distant pathway. Mordechai, with the case of Yavama who spit out blood. That when the heter was never discernible, it's not but the barov. She's a tocha heter, and when the is within the heter, gam below chatichanas is avela, he was al chanan. Haheter nefach leisser, the heter becomes isser. Gam achar sheyotzah v'nishar mashus, therefore even after it left, the isser left, it was efshar sochto, and something remained. Ein haheter batlo, heter cannot be batlet. He was claiming heter nicker because before the heter was not discernible. Shagamu also, therefore it's also. Basachov lo shayach zeh, basachov is not relevant. Because they both had to previously. I show you the Chukim. We'll see what he says because it's very difficult. Mitviya lo Ramban. You teritz. You affect much value on this time because the Ramban, but he gives a different, nice answer. The difference between Blia and Plato. We can't know how much it emitted and how much left behind. Vav. Number is Zayin. No Vav. Number equal to me as a Torah Rash Veish Levin. But in the initial issue, which the Rash was Ramban, which the Torah and Rash issue we have to understand. So Yigamba Gmaram who came with Chal. Mara says the same thing by Chal. The Chamin Minyan. The others are from the count with two people to assist in the nullification. About Chal Tzma also, the Chal Tzma is forbidden. Being Novak Derech Eretz and fell to another part. Also Gamkein. It asks as well the meat of the Chal. For Hein and Divir Rashba. That's exactly what the Rashba is saying. Vemas a Rashba. Zav is even Shemaz Abais. Haven is Rashba Shemaz Abais, which is responses to the Bedek Abais of the his work. The Torah Abais brings down that evidence from that proof. So I have to say the Torah is related to low damilashon. I have to say the Torah holds not comparable to Chal. Moshe see la Rashba Ra'azal. Like the Ra'ah times on the Rashba. The Chal before Sham Rusham. Chal says explicitly the Shavu Rabbanon Kichatechas Nevela. Rabbanon decreed it. It'd be like a piece of Nevela. Amalosa if Shalosa. So if not for a special takon the Rabbanon, we wouldn't answer it. They came with the meaning Echatechas Nasa Shari Surin. So you say don't say Cham Shari Surin. Bela Gam Chaticham Muteres. This piece is also Mutz the Chal. Gam Shchalik Michal to distinguish between Chal. The Osam have a bus of Chal. That's meat and milk. I mean, we do say the Chanan. Even though this Chanan is the Rabbanon, because others are Mutter Midaraisa, called Tikkun Rabbanon, Kaiti Raisa Tikkun, Eiti Rabbanon instituted similar to the Raisa parameters. Rash Basile, the time is to be called Rash was the reason why the Chal is awesome nation. Arukh HaShulchan did not emit previously all of its Chalam. In Kaiti, who are the Mechol that would be true, not necessarily by. It's cholov. It's milk. You know the mechol is going to be true about any other Isser. I was saying by it doesn't talk about sugya chal. This is a difficulty with that sugya. Came the chal is more usher since the chal itself is usher. Ech mitzarfin ha-chal etzir habito. How can we add the chal into the combination for bito? But tirtzu ayin sham they gave an answer. Ein zishayach l'shari surim. It's not relevant to Chanan B'Shari Surim. The Ram Yesh and Nighting Mudas so Tur B'Shari Surim. They seem more inclined to tour in other Surim, which is Chanan and Efshel Sof the Osir Ayin Sham Hating. Sign Leah's 19 year Kavanah Ches with the Ram. Different shot here. Baigan Rashi Sili Chatichon Asin Sabelo. The Chav Shel Sof the Chadamilson. Even the Rashba holds so that Hanan and Efshel Sochta are two sides of the same coin. In Chaticha Nasa Vela, don't say Hanan, Efshel Sochta, Mutter. If you there, you don't say Hanan, the Efshel Sochta is permitted. I move Farish the rock Efshel Sochta. Now we come to a very fascinating Chiddush. It's and here, Taka, we come to an explanation of the language, which is so difficult. For the Arukh HaShulchan, he holds Efshel Sochta doesn't mean it is Nischad. Efshel Sochta, it's possible to be circuit. Efshel Sochta, Klama the Efshel Yos Nischad Sheisram Imena Isser. Efshel Shlo Nischad. Possible happens, possible doesn't happen. Possible doesn't happen. Mar Enamar Rakev the Efshel Sochta Mutar. Mar is only saying since Efshel Sochta is Mutar, Mimela the Ein Chaticha Nasvela. Yeah, I feel Lo Nischad Imena Gamri. So since it's possible to remove this, so we don't say Hanan even if it's not completely removed. It's only nafkamina for that piece itself. Shetaya said that should come also. She could be a Rashba according to Rashba. Agmar Miley and Shloah to Shish Nego Chatil. We must about whether you need 60 cards by the entire piece. I told Sobek and Perish Rashi. If so, the Perish that who the Isa Muvla needs Chalik Kulam Shlava. The Torah, on the other hand, holds Efshel Sochta means it does get nischad. It does diffuse in a mixture to all the other pieces equally. Melish goes to the Ter, so it goes back to the heter. Yesh Safek Badovar. Hashbol, it's not partial. It's a questionable. Bracket says here, but the Chain is here. Base Yosef Hakt Efshel Sochta Cloud. So basically, it doesn't mention Efshel Sochta at all because it's a question. It always remains a suffix. So as the shop match cuts up Simon Side down, Chaticha Chodesh the Hechsher. The piece would go back to its original state of heter. That's going to strictly have law if it can be completely squeezed out. But here we ask it because it's suffix. Lying by messy so you have to be a dime. Maybe you try to squeeze it out totally, but manually. Maybe they will rematter it. They have to meet him as that, but it doesn't make difference for us. The Lidan Kaim on Chaticha Nasa because we'll Chanan by Shari Surin. Ches, we name a Torah Shulchan Interval Hedia Echadin Shirafa Chaticha Opa Macheres Ktera. In Torah Shulchan, it's not clarified explicitly what is the din when the piece fell again into the pot. Imatzuchinan Shishim requires 60 negative Isar Balua can fill Kodomes. Require another 60, corresponding to what is ballooned in as we did in the previous for the first time. Although or not. Granted, we asked the piece because it's Suffolk. Didn't fall into the same. Not the same pot. Okay, it fell into the second pot. Okay, so it's the same. Not sure it would be a different stock, but he says, not la kedera, not the same pot, but likedera, to a different pot. To require 60 corresponding. The entire issue was absorbed like we did when it fell to the first pot. Hello or not? He does sign a suffix. True, we asked the piece because of the suffix. We learn that this account, we're going to ask her a second pot. And then David asked you, Shemez Abayis, and the Rash was in comments of Shemez Abayis near the head, the Gambik Teacher, so says we go, yeah, we're not sure. That's the second one, was just was the same. Bob Kishak Ben Aim, you can distinguish between, sorry, skip. The Gambach the Chal, after all, by the others, Arukh HaShulchan says they say the house is in the next spot. Even though we can distinguish between Artsug and Chal. Koko Nebulas came the Rashba over Cain since the Rashba was away. The Gambachal Ismar Cain and says that way explicitly by Kachal. That's the Locha, that's the second part. Probably done. Ancient of Kamina, and of course, it doesn't make a difference. It should be asked the second part. Because every time we drop the Chaticha, which is in the veil, into another pot, it's going to be the same issue as in the first part. Okay, test. Because Rabbi Ramah. All right, so according to our custom to say, or by always Chanan, include the Velach Davi Yavish. This is something that's moist and dry. Except for this point. I mean, that's a Klar Davi Yavish. Which already came also is something dry, but she should connect though. And the 60 corresponding to it. Yishar be surah. The original piece remains also. So let's see Misham Makir. You have to remove it if you can distinguish it. The Makir, if you don't distinguish it, Betela. It's null. You made a Chatichur Iskabe, as long as it's not Chatichur Iskabe. If you Mudavar Lach, it's something moist, however, Hakol Mutter. Everything is Mutter, Me'achai, the Ikoshishin, Degamach, and Asad Chila, because the 60 corresponds to whatever was Asad originally. You the dwarf to win. What he writes is astonishing. Hagam Chaber, Ein Chil Ben Lach, Yabesh, Elin, and Zed, the Yabesh Olam, Nisha Bisura, Valach, Mchos Tero. Even according to the Mechaber, there's no difference between moist and dry, except for this point that the dry always remains usher, and the moist goes back to its original heter. But on the contrary, with the Don Yesha Fresh Yoser, according to this more of a distinction. Well, we have some Merubah, such a case, if it's a movement, we don't say by something moist Hanan. Because seen inside base, as we said earlier, Sif Dalet, and came Biyavish Bain on Shishin Neged Akol. So by dry, you need 60 corresponding to all of it. Overlach and moist low bain, we don't need to have corresponding to the entire mixture. Yeshish pairs to those say dog come out of this way means say the man is filling in the Belach lo mina Khatir Nas Bela. According to we don't say by liquids. Chanan klal at all. Yesh of Del Gadol, there's a big difference. But according to us, we say chanan even by liquid. Ain't chilchili and zed is only issue, only distinction in terms of this regard, which is that whether it can be you have to be mabato the entire piece or just mabato the iser. I said we're bilvad. Doesn't say bilvad here. Please take a chasim midvar. Anyway, according to this, the Torah is missing a lot. His language doesn't make sense. The remark, excuse me. It's missing a lot. It doesn't make sense. So So he says, this is what the Gemara wants to say. Similar to treat moist and dry. Where there is enough to be battle the iser, but not the entire piece. Because in that circumstance, if it's dry, the piece is also vulach, and if it's moist, Rabba wrote that there's more sauce. Actually, there's enough to be battle the prior iser. Hakol mutter, everything's mutter. Av she'ein b'yedeh k'dei levatel kol rotev hakodem. It was not enough to be battle all of the rotev, which was there previously. Only the iser, which fell into the rotev. Ain't hakim b'zeh. Doesn't matter. Gam b'lach also b'chai gavna. Actually, about to go rotev hakodem. Ain't hakim b'zeh. Gam b'lach also b'chai gavna. Hakol nas and avela. I get when there's not enough to be battle the iser, right? The difference is only for this purpose. By dry, even the 60 cards, my entire piece of the piece remains also. In the 60 corresponding to all the rota which is there previously, hakol mutter. Okay, so he's saying that according to Ramah, by lach, also need 60, not just mimabatel the iser from before. You need 60 mimabatel the entire mixture from before, the iser and the heter which was absorbed. The only nafkamina being then that by lach, once you have that much, the whole thing comes mutter. By yavish, if you have that much, the piece itself remains also. Okay, and in the brackets here, qualifies so up below, so below have to move it. That isn't a substantial loss. We already said by liquid, if it's a substantial loss, then we don't say chanan at all. Can't tell you it has to do with the custom. It'll be yavish mikra adin tzilei chatir chanas vela. because and that's only by liquid, because by yavesh, by dry, the moles, mikadin chanan, even by shari surin. I guess basically beish michalik ben lach ben chametzonen. These things just be cold liquids and hot liquids. The low masha can call boiskin. Doesn't sound like everything. Boiskin ein sham beduk. Yeah, v'zesh kosadim ein makir b'teil. That was you said that if you don't recognize it's bottle, it may chatichol iskabe usnach chatichol iskabe ze ein elo b'basa b'cholav. That yeah, it's only b'basa b'cholav. That we say chatichol iskabe. Next shov gufa iser. So that the piece is like is the chefetz of iser. Abashari surah blim better, but we already know that by other surah which are absorbed in hatzer. Lo shaykh bisa balua chatichul iskabi. Don't say chatichul iskabi, but it's an isra balua when it's absorbed prohibition and not an intrinsic prohibition. Which time is kufav, like we said, kemish any surah machas hatzah. This is not because of it itself. We don't say chanan. Don't say chatichul iskabi. Shir the Rav Keno. This is what he means to say. Vimash nogi lemar chatichul nasvei chol yisurim. Since our meaning is say chanan by all isurim, okay, kulam shavim l'sachav, they're all equivalent b'sachav. And chil b'neim le'inyan lach v'yavesh. So they don't treat them in terms of liquid or dry. Rak b'zeh yishul, this man in this aspect. The manas or wyavesh, that which is also comes is something dry. The yeshish genegel 60 corresponding to it. Because bein b'vasachav ben mishari swin, and by b'sachav and by other prohibitions. Hakatichon aser tchil yishes b'isura. The original one which we made came also remains also. But tzarich lasir misham. You have to move from there. In makir if you recognize it. You ain't a makir if you don't recognize it. But tail if you basal chav. It's about the basal chav. Im eno iskabe if it's not royally iskabe. Davar lach if it's something liquid. Bein basal chav. Bein b'shari son. Whether it's basal chav or any other isra kol mutar. Everything is mutar shishim neged kol masha nesra chila when the 6 is corresponding to everything which became usher at the first shot around. Okay, of course, it seems to be a double passion, but maybe not. Be as it may, we've come to the end of today.